How to choose your pricing model for online fitness coaching. Now in this video, I'm going to share with you 4 different pricing models. And then at the end, I'm also going to give you one bonus that I know you're going to find really helpful. Now, in my channel, if you followed me for any amount of time, you'll have seen videos that I put together where I tell you which model of coaching that I favor. So I think it's best if I just reiterate some of those points so you understand where I'm going with this. Even though I'm going to provide you with 4 different pricing models, it's your business at the end of the day. But here's what I favor. A lot of you that follow me are at a stage right now where you're quite likely not booking 20 to 30 book calls a week for your business. As such, there's quite a few of you that you're going to be watching this video where you're booking maybe 2 to 3. So they're 2 different businesses. When there's a high income or high lead generation coming into the business, high number of book calls coming into the business, you could look at a slightly monthly recurring revenue model whereby you're just signing people up to monthly. And if you're signing up 10 to 12 clients a week at 300, it could be over 3,000 you're bringing in a week. Well, that's 12,000 monthly recurring revenue that you can bring into the business because you've got a lot of book calls coming in. Here's where the upfront payments come in. From my perspective, let's say you're booking 4 or 5 calls a week and you're not particularly that good at sales right now, maybe closing 25%. You maybe only get 1 to 2 sales a week, depending on your business model. I favor taking the cash up front. Even for businesses doing 10 or 15 calls on the calendar a week, you may only be signing 4 or 5 clients. If you're charging £1,500, let's say 2,000, and you're getting a couple of sales a week, you can take 2,000 to 4,000 a week, which in some cases could be 16,000 in a month of new business coming into the business. It increases your confidence, it puts cash in the bank. And that is really, really important for your self-confidence and self-belief. It's important for the business as well. You can reinvest that money into the business. Plus you get a better buy-in from the customer. So when there is a high number of leads coming into the business, a lot of book calls coming into the business, you can start to move towards more of a monthly recurring revenue model if you so wish. But I'm still a very big favor of a lot of online fitness coaches that I work with charging that upfront initial payment, a lot more cash in the bank, a lot more confidence towards you. Now, these different 4 pricing models, as I said, it's your business. You can choose whatever you want to do, but I've given you some context as to why I would choose each individual one. So let me get stuck into this. I'm going to stop the video just for 2 seconds because I've got a free gift for you. Now, I created a 5-part mini-series called the Online Coach Income Accelerator. And in this video series, I teach you the incredible opportunities that lie ahead for online fitness coaches today. I then talk to you about how to attract, engage, and market to your dream customers. Now, when you have these dream prospects in sight, I then teach you how to land the high-paying clients. Now, to download this, to get immediate access, all you need to do is to click the link in the bio, and you'll receive immediate access as soon as you submit your details. I'll see you there. The first pricing model that you can choose is where you just charge monthly. So if it's $300 a month, $1,800 for 6 months, and you just charge flat £300 a month. That's very, very simple, easy to do. Number 2 is you could collect all the money up front. The one that I'm a big fan of, a lot more buying from your clients, a lot more commitment. But I will say on this point, a lot of people say, Mark, yeah, but I lose the sale if I charge them up front and they say that they can't afford it. Like, what do I do? Like, you can provide different options within that upfront. If your business is predominantly upfront, I find that businesses with a really great reputation, huge amount of testimonials, and a lot of certainty with exactly who they want and who they don't want, they go in and say, this is the price of the program. And then that's the price that the person pays. And then you could be very, very, very certain that, nope, that's it. A lot of credibility, a lot of respect. Businesses do that. And that's the amount of money they collect into the business. Okay. So where you're at, potentially watching this right now with slightly less reputation, if you charge somebody 2,000 and they're not in a position to do that, you can then break that down to a split payment where you break that up into 1,500 now and 1,500 halfway through, or you could then charge them a monthly. Normally I'd charge you a slightly larger monthly for the option to go monthly. So that's number 2. You could collect all the money up front, but as a fitness professional, don't worry. If you can't sell that and they don't take it, and maybe you get out of 2 sales, one ends up going monthly and one gets up front, you're still collecting a good amount of money up front. 3, you can have a slightly larger payment for the first month. And then for the remaining 5 months, let's say it's a 6-month program, it could be a lot less. So let's say that you have your program at, say it's 6 months. Let's say it's going to be $6,000. Just give you an example. You could charge $3,000 literally on the first month. So you're almost taking half of the payment up front. And then you can charge a smaller amount for the remainder of the 5 months. It's balloon at the beginning, then drop down, easier payments to make. And then you could also have the fourth payment structure, which is a 6-month pay structure. Let's say it's $3,000 for 6 months, and you take month 1, 1,000, month 2, 1,000, month 3, 1,000, and then they're into the program. And for the remaining 3 months, there's no payments to make, but they make all the payments within the first 3 months. So this breaks it up, but you get all the money over the first 3 months as opposed to spreading it over the 6 months. It means you get the money sooner, but it gives them some degree of a payment plan coming into the business. Now, the additional one, okay, with each, you can charge more for the 6 months. So for example, let's say your standard monthly rate is $300, right? Within the first 6 months of any coaching program, you'll agree with me, you put more work in, you do a lot more for the client, you actually get the result within the first 3 to 6 months. So when you're putting that amount of effort into a business for somebody to get their main result within the first 6 months, charge them more. So let's say your monthly figure is $300, charge them $300 a month after the first 6 months, but charge them $600 a month for the first 6 months. So you can say it's $600 a month and then $300 a month thereafter. It's $400 a month, $200 thereafter. Okay. By doing this, you're actually able to explain to your client, this is exactly what we do in the first 6 months to where we get the result. And then we break that down to a lot more manageable number, or a number such as this, maybe £200 a month less after the initial 6-month period. So you give them that option. You go in, you get the result, you put all the work in, you get them there, and then you drop it down after the 6 months. So essentially there's 5 different pricing models, but this is more of a continuity. You can move that into a monthly recurring revenue. So first 6 months, I favor take the money, and then you have a monthly recurring model after that. But you can intertwine them all together. As I said, it's your business, your structure. I always advise people what I think based on where you are in your career right now, and what would work best for the longevity of the business. Of course, it is leads and book calls dependent with every single business that we work with. So hopefully it gives you some options to choose your pricing model. I find that a lot of younger fitness professionals go for the monthly recurring revenue model, and they go monthly and they're charging like £175 a month. Think about this. If you want to make some half decent money, and you want to put some money in the bank, you're not really going to do that. And you have to have a lot of calls to be able to actually make a degree of money. And that's why a lot of people coming into business coaching programs, I will tell you this, they really struggle to justify staying in the program long-term when they're making a fraction. Let's say you charge them $200 a month and the program's £600, £700, £800 a month after during or after your initial 6 months term. You kind of look at that and go, well, that's 4 clients, 5 clients, 4 clients. It's a lot to find every single month. Well, if you're actually able to collect a lot more money, you have a lot more stability because you have a lot more cash. And it does a lot here for a lot of the coaches that we work with who are making more money on the front end of their business. So hopefully that's helped you. If you're watching on YouTube, click like and subscribe. Click the link in the description as well, because there is a link to my Impact and Integrity Facebook group with over 25 trainings, and you're going to get a lot from them. You're going to learn a lot. The group's interactive. I post anything that I'm doing, whether it's related to live workshops, webinars, and you'll keep up to date inside the Facebook group. So click that link. If you are listening on iTunes, all you need to do is go to the link in my description on Instagram, and you'll find everything there and all the resources that we can help you with. But for now, as always, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.